It was the third good booting of the night that did it.Alexis Sanchez took another mighty rap on the ankle, rolled around for a little, and, with the game going on regardless, rose and ran to the touchline. He appeared to have a conversation with Jose Mourinho, who looked at his watch.Around 3 minutes later. He was off. "I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Not to worry.He'd done enough. What a waste of money," taunted the locals, but he won't be. This wasn't his best form. He gave the ball away 20 times in the first half and at times looked surprisingly nervous on his Manchester United debut, almost too keen to show what he could do. Yet he had a hand in 2 goals, making the crucial final pass for the second, the one that put the outcome beyond doubt. So this was far from a poor start, even if the announcement of his Man of the Match award seemed a little overindulgent and drew jeers around the ground. Sanchez came onto a good game after an anxious opening, showed the influence he can have on United's forward potential. Equally, he was far from a prima donna, willing to get kicked from pillar to post for the cause. That will have endeared him to his teammates, not to mention his manager. Brian Clough famously made Peter Shilton bring the teas in at his own press conference on signing for Nottingham Forest. Mourinho played Sanchez at Yeovil. Yet maybe this was a grounding exercise too, a way of reminding Sanchez what is expected of Mourinho's Manchester United, regardless of status. Omar Soumé hit him hard in the second half, and a 30th-minute clout from Nathan Smith was not so much a tackle, more an assassination. Smith kicked Sanchez up in the air, and that is no euphemism. He booted Sanchez as a fly half might have dropped goal. Sanchez took off and came down to earth with a bump. Sanchez stood up, eventually, and tried to take revenge with the free kick, but goalkeeper Artur Krysiak was equal to it. He was equal to United's other decent chance in the early exchanges, set up by Sanchez as he began to settle. His pass, beautifully weighted, found Scott McTominay, who tried to steer it past Krysiak. His save was outstanding, strong hands diverting the ball around his near post. Ultimately, though, there is a reason why Yeovil are where they are, and it became apparent after 41 minutes. Sanchez and Marcus Rashford combined through the middle, United's young striker striding into the box, but the ball not quite within his control. Then, a calamity entirely of Yeovil's making erupted. The herd of players that had shut down Rashford left it to each other to shepherd the ball back to Krysiak. Tom James, Smith, So-Un-Mi, all failed to take responsibility and Rashford nipped in and rolled the ball into the net. The second was a trademark United counter-attack, just as Yeovil were pushing for a way back into the game. If United's opener had a degree of fortune about it, the second didn't. Juan Mata brought down the ball on the break and fed it to Sanchez on the left where he had played all night. Ander Herrera was on the overlap and Sanchez's pass was perfectly weighted. The midfielder made no mistake. Yeovil didn't really deserve what happened late, 2 United goals to give the scoreline the appearance of a slaughter. It wasn't. Indeed, Yeovil could have been 2-0 up within 15 minutes, but when one team is 21st in League Two and the other can bring England internationals and £75 million strikers on from the bench, 4-goal margins can result. So, with a minute of normal time remaining, the informed Jesse Lingard surged down the right and, as Yeovil scrambled desperately to close him down, hit a low shot which defeated Krysiak and nestled in the corner. Then, in injury time, So-Un-Mi failed to get out, playing a collection of red shirts onside and allowing Romelu Lukaku to bury a volley from 6 yards out after Marcos Rojo had crossed. It was both a comfortable win and a lesson in humility. While there was much to admire in Sanchez's game, the straight passes, particularly in the first half, proved it does not matter. The experience and confidence of a player. Talk of fees and wages have an effect. Sanchez's obvious desperation to make an impression was admirable. He did not care that this was Yeovil of League Two. It was no consolation that this was only an FA Cup 4th round tie and he had been purchased to decide far grander occasions. It could not have settled him less that he was up against James, a young fullback who did not quite make the grade at Cardiff. Sanchez wanted to do well on his debut and may even have tried too hard. The same could perhaps be said of Yeovil, whose first half display exceeded all expectations but who lacked the decisive finish. After 7 minutes, Ryan Dixon put through Jordan Green and he sprinted on goal before shooting straight at Sergio Romero. Soon after, a free kick from Jake Gray was met by So-Un-Mi, bundling Luke Shaw out of the way, but delivering a header that again required little movement from Romero. Obscene, Yeovil chairman John Fry called Sanchez's deal, but there is a reason why the best goalscorers get the big bucks.